Episode of Talking Manchester. Gary Neville and Wayne Rooney have called out the team, calling them tone deaf. Ralph Langley went to watch cricket games. Uh, Rashford just wrote a kid's book. And Ten Hag and Pochettino are about to be poached by different teams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester United in Crisis. If with me, your host, Cousin Roy, I'm a homeboy, Jinson. Jinson, what's going on, bro?
I'm
We're
doing some
switching everything up, bro.
I'm doing some jutsu now at the moment.
Please, you need to your exams, your jutsu exams next week, right? Because everything is changing. Club is going changing. Guys are out partying. Managerial. We want to bring in a new a Hokage, but then a different village wants to take them as Hokage.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, let's just start this. Like I'm not. Let's just dive right into it, lah. Gary Neville and Wayne Rooney have called out the team this past week. All right. Gary Neville, I think, had the most pertinent one, and I'm going to bring it up here. So I remember a time where United players, managers, executives wouldn't be seen in their local Italian
Mm-hmm.
after a draw at home, let alone getting knocked out of Europe. This last week, we've seen a global tour of Formula One, concerts, cricket, and UFC events. This lot are tone deaf, bro. When I read it on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day it was, I was like, man, this guy is just spot on. Ralph Ragni was caught at a cricket game in. I thought the cricket game was in England. It was in Maldives. Like homeboy is wearing a T-shirt. Like what's up?
Travel all halfway across the world.
You were wearing a T-shirt, man.
Watch
What's up? Having some fried
cricket.
chicken. You know what I'm saying? Some jerk chicken. You know,
And,
having a
and
good time in
after
Barbados, no less.
after losing to Atletico, right?
To lose the Atletico. Marcus Rashford went to Dubai for a boxing match.
Mm-hmm.
Sancho attended a Dubai party hosted by singer-songwriter Davido. I don't know who the kids are listening to these days, so I got no clue who Davido is. And
Davido sounds like a bootleg David Beckham.
man, straight up,
Davido
I
Beckham.
don't know Davido what singer-songwriter. Okay, anyway, whatever, man. Good,
Sounds cool, man. Sounds cool.
good for you. So, and in a week where we're probably supposed to play some FA Cup matches, or we're supposed to be, thinking about our opponents in the quarterfinal of Champions League. These MFs have all gone out and party up, man.
Sorry. You know,
And then
we were talking about Harry Maguire, right? I think he influenced all of them to go and do all this shit.
for all you know, he might be in Greece. It's just that he hasn't put his sister hasn't. He told his sister to shut a trap
Mhm.
and not post any jack shit. He might be in Greece, man. Who knows? Maybe he loves. They all love to go there. What? Nah,
Partying up, man. Partying up.
look, man. Then Rooney came up and said, you know, let alone lose, get knocked out of competitions and be absolutely in the running for nothing. Even if we drew or lost a match that we thought we were supposed to win, we
Mhm.
wouldn't be seen out and about for weeks.
Exactly.
We will be like, I expect you to, after lose like this, to go and go back on the training page, work on your game, work on something,
Double up a
practice.
little bit more, you know.
Because you're Manchester United, but here we have guys partying it out. And I also left out Lingard on me. I didn't want to bring him in, but Lingard is out going all over several places. What
Mhm.
he went to several places. I'm like,
He
okay,
went
this
to-
guy has given up.
He's given up. He got nothing to do. He's meeting up with Zlatan, right? I saw
Zlatan, yeah,
it.
I met up
Yeah,
with
he was with
Zlatan also in
Zlatan,
that spot. Jadon Sancho had partied at the nightclub with Dubai singer Davido. Everyone Glazer was seen at the Formula One. But no, Glazer can go and get knocked by a Formula One car. I wouldn't care. Let him go. Y'all want to put Evan Glazer at Formula One? I mean, whatever, man. The guy, what? Nobody wants to see him at the club. So let him go to Dubai and hopefully lose his passport there and get stuck in jail there. So that's silly. I don't know.
Mhm.
They just threw him in for the sake of it. I was like,
No, the thing is,
who
I don't
I thought it was Pogba. I swear, I thought it was Pogba in the Formula One. So
yeah.
Abraham Glazer, man, get that inbred fellas.
No, for me the thing is, if you want to do all these things, can, but quietly lah. The thing is, your team just got knocked out from the Champions League, and your team is not exactly doing very well. You recently just lost your local rivals. Just lay low a little bit lah. You want to go, okay, you want to go to Greece for holiday, like Harry Maguire so far, no noise, nothing. Okay, do that. You see that you don't really see anything about McTominay. Do you see Fred partying up? He's a Brazilian, He should party up, but he didn't do that. All these fellas are those that have. I mean, those that have their social media managers managing their accounts and posting shits like that, right? This is the thing that make the fans really pissed off, man. I tell you.
I
I
mean,
I
look,
yeah.
Gary Lineker wants to jump in and say, and apparently Gary Lineker jumped in on Gary and said when during Gary's days he partied. Gary Lineker can get stuffed, okay? Because back in the day, Gary, during your stupid old time, and then in the era we grew up in, the best era, there is no social media, dumbass.
Mhm.
There's no Twitter, there's no Instagram, and your value is not just based. Your value is not based or predicated on your stupid social media presence or your presence online. If there's a social media presence online, Gary Lineker, do you know how many things you will be caught in? Let me just share this story. I just saw it. Let me just since it's hot, like, man. Hey, hot news, yo. Hey, thank you for tuning in, man. Make sure you like and subscribe, yo. Okay, holla at your boy. Okay, this what's up. Let me get these captions also. Screw it. Now, Gary Lineker, this is the headline. I'll get into it with you all. So, Gary Neville, Gary Lineker, Clash manager, Thornberg, suggests Neville hammer in the pub loss instead of partying worldwide. Okay, so you know what's going to be lah. It's obviously him saying that Gary Neville's a party. That's what I'm saying. What the fish nugget heaven are you saying, Gary? Gary Lineker, you dumb nugget. There is no social media back
Mhm.
then. You won't be caught out so easily. How many women you had sex with, or how many kids you fathered out of wedlock, Gary Lineker? Huh? If there was social media back then, you probably wouldn't have a career. Cause we all know how much of a good time you like to have.
Oh.
Don't need to threaten. You don't need to threaten
Mhm.
Gary with a good time.
Scoring
Get
both
off
goals
with this.
on the field and off the field.
Please, Gary Lineker was like the Andy Carroll of his era, probably having orgies and all that nonsense all back in the day, and just that he wasn't got no social media. So that's not a fair comparison, lah. Don't be a
Mhm.
dumbass. So anyway, Gary Lineker can get stuffed. Now back to our team. Rooney called out, though. I want to continue on the Rooney thing. Those are the things that make sense. Those are the things that say the players are at the club to win titles, they want to win medals, and it's hard for you to keep it under wraps also in this day and era. But then don't go out. So
Don't be so loud. Ah.
don't go for big events.
Yep.
Is it really necessary? Stay at home and watch lah.
Mm.
For the time being, your career is long. After you can have it. Like, what kind of example are you setting by saying, "Hey, we're playing badly, but never mind, I want to go and call Brendan Williams. We need a holiday because we are professional footballers." You think at 25 years old, Wayne Rooney, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes were doing that? Okay, no. Second argument you want to say about times are different, cousin Roy, because back then they did different things for entertainment. Now the pressures are different. Guys, you're still playing just one thing,
Mhm.
football. The different thing is now, if you have a social media account and you are getting famous and popular and earning money on the side, and you are going to want to, you want just want to go and let it go, you're not. And a lot of you kids, these kids that are growing up now, these are the things that they are growing up with. So it becomes part of their life. For us, it wasn't, it was an option. No kids can say no to it now because getting all the glory and all that. And then the club like Manchester United will be saying, no, 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 continue. Don't stop. Like imagine a club like Manchester United thing, Marcus should take down your Twitter account. When you leave the club, you open it up again because I want you to focus on football.
Mhm.
No way. It cannot happen in this era. But
But
if it happens, that is the kind of Manchester United player that I want.
correct.
So since it can't happen, and this is the world we live in, you need to learn how to live with it. So if you're telling me the argument that, oh, back then different now, maybe we should take some of the examples from back then and
Mhm.
apply them now. You see, back then we were focusing on football. Now we're focusing on all the other things. Team is broken. Different guys
There's
coming
too
in and
many
leaving.
external factors
So
other
make
than football. Yeah.
make a conscious effort
Mhm.
right now to block all of that out and move on and just focus on the football. It can be done. You see what I'm saying? Like Rooney was just bang on. He said, I'd be so embarrassed to go. I want to win for this. So it really means to me right now that nobody gives a crap. Marcus Rashford, I'll get to the next thing after this.
Mhm.
Out Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, maybe he's playing well, can give him a bit of leeway, but still I didn't like seeing it. I still didn't like seeing that. I think probably the one that is the hardest one. I don't know. The Rashford one was the hardest one to accept.
Mhm.
Like seeing them out on
I
on
I
a
mean,
holiday like that.
yeah, the thing is like what Rooney said actually is true. He said, I mean, we have to accept the fact, like you said just now, that this is the new normal. I mean, this is something that we have to face, the social media and so on. But he said, But he's angry is because it is not the way how you react to a defeat.
Yeah, he had a. Let me just get his
Ah,
quick response. There's
mhm.
someone hit him, and then he hit him back, and I think he kind of said, I can't find it, but anyway, he said something like, "I expect them to have to do it later on or something like."
Yeah.
You're not saying don't do it exactly, but not now.
Manage it lah. Manage
Not
your
now. Uh.
time.
Like you are, that all the press is writing about you because no one wants to write about any other club because
Mhm.
nobody's reading. So now all of a sudden you're jumping in. Oh, I got something. Hey, what's up, Chat? What's up, man? Even right now we don't see players from other top clubs. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? See, if the players from the other clubs, right, were this famous, they'd probably be writing about them, but they're not. Secondly, their
Yep.
clubs are not as popular as ours. Everybody wants to write about us, and these guys know this.
Then
Then yet they still go out.
they see the trap, they go
You
into
know,
it.
it's just another day for them. So
Mhm.
I don't know. You all think maybe Sancho shouldn't have been there as well and all that because maybe, oh, Sancho doing okay, well, we can give him a pass. I say none of them get a pass. The only one who could have gone and get stuffed was like I said earlier, Avram Glazer, and the Formula One car could have swiped him off. I wouldn't have cared.
Yep.
That's why I said the press just threw him in there, for the garnish.
Mhm.
The stinky garnish,
Just to add
Otak
in,
garnish.
just to add in.
Just
Yep.
anyhow, I'm like, man, I didn't need to know about Abraham. So you know what, man? This whole thing is just I was just disappointed. I wanted to bring that. I want to know what you all thought, man. I felt both of them were absolutely bang on with their comments.
I think the
They were,
timing, yeah, the timing is just not right. The fans are not happy already, and I don't know what they're thinking. I really don't know what they're thinking. They know that by doing so, it's gonna just make the fans even more angrier. It looks as if they know this is just a job for me. There's no passion. There's no love. I don't know what's going on at the moment. It's just so annoying.
yeah, man. You know what? Don't give any of these guys freaking a, a freaking contract, man. And then
Yeah.
now,
Don't
On
like
this,
them. Like
yeah,
us.
followers, man. Now on this Marcus Rashford thingy, Marcus Rashford just wrote a Marcus Rashford just wrote a kids book, guys. He's 25 years old. Marcus Rashford is 25 years old, playing like shit. I know he's feeding the kids and MBE and all that nonsense. So I mean, look, kids have Twitter, so parents have Twitter as well. So they are all following him and they think he's an example. So he found it suitable now, today, to release news that he has written a children's book about some stupid, I mean, sorry, some comic children's book that we've never heard of over here. So basically, it's just an English sort of children's book, right? Okay,
Mhm.
I'm going to get to my point. Huh? Seriously, man, you're 25 years old, only playing for Manchester United. Who gives a fish nugget about your book? Like, you know, children's book I thought were written by adults because they go through life, they kind of know what kids are, kind of know memories, articulating, and then they're able to write good children's book with morals, with stories of whatever, try to extol some good examples and life lessons and all that. Now you got a boy who's 25 years old, only played football his whole life, been in the public eye because he likes it, he wants it, and then now he's writing a children's book when he's in the worst state his career has ever been. Can someone tell me which multiverse am I living in? The one in the Loki, the part five, where the smoke goes away and then suddenly it's not really a monster, it's some smoke, and then I find the house. The ending is that. Am I the alligator Loki? Am I the Doctor Who? Am I the
Alligator
little
Loki.
the? I mean, I'm like, I just couldn't believe it. Like my mom wrote children's books. You know, she had examples. She raised three kids, pretty much raised the three kids. Almost by herself. She was very hardworking. And she was not perfect, so she knows where she made the mistakes after all those years. And best part is she's a school teacher, so she sees children every day. Idiot kids, good kids, all kinds of every kid you can name it, man. She's been a teacher her whole life. Even until the day she died, she was still teaching. Isn't that someone who created a children book rather than you, who's a social media star, who did good things by trying to feed kids and all that, which I respect. But if that's your main career, bro, Rashford. If that's your main career, then quit the football and go and just do that.
Start writing books lah.
Start writing books then, because you are setting a terrible example. As if you want to be the club captain and this and that, being a legend, then this is not the way. So what happened to the 18, 19, 20-year-old boy? You see, when you start your career like gigs over here, the sacrifices are amazing. And the club allows you leeway in letting you do things like this right now because the club are Manchester United. So
Mm-hmm.
right now, these are the things that you can do and they'll condone because 5.5 million Twitter followers is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
5.5 phones, man, are following you with maybe notifications on. That's money. Cash money, son.
Mm-hmm.
The exponential is about 20. Come on, man, you're a big guy. But right now, we're languishing sixth place. I don't want to care lah. We're out of top four lah. We're out of Champions League. Team club in disarray, and you are playing the worst of your career. And
Mm-hmm.
you release a children's book today.
Yeah, I was just about to
Any
say
amount
that.
of you buying it for your kids? Yeah, take it away, bro.
No, no, I was just that's why I was just wanted to say also the same thing. You're in the worst form of your career. You're not even getting selected for the England team, and you do this, releasing a book.
I mean, who's buying this book, man?
Exactly. Where is your focus?
Like you mean your Liverpool? Liverpool got a lot of fans, millions of fans. They're not going to buy your book. Chelsea, Arsenal, the non-footballing people are the ones who will buy your book lah. But if you're terrible at your football, you think they're going to give a damn whether you're an MBE, member
Mm-hmm.
of the British Empire, bro? It's the football first.
Yep.
And this is another very important point I want to bring up. So you're now you have contract issues, okay? So you're not sure whether you want to stay at the club because you're not sure what's going to happen at the club. We don't have a manager, which is the third point will come up. We're not sure who the manager is, and you're not being selected, yeah, because you suck. So just imagine you go and play for a club like Chelsea or Arsenal. Okay, maybe you might grow new fans. Maybe even if you go to Newcastle also, you might have new fans, but I think your popularity will go down. But imagine this. Just imagine you go overseas. Just say that there is that offer from Barcelona. Bruh, don't nobody in Barcelona or Spain going to buy your book, son. They can translate it into Catalan and Spanish and Portuguese and Brazilian. No, nobody going to buy your book, son, because you don't got no base over there, son.
Mm-hmm.
Your base isn't there. You ain't going to get no people buying this book translated because they have their own children's book written by people like my mom, authors, artists like you, Junsen, drawers. You sit down, you take the time and effort to draw. Not compilation, collaboration with somebody else. Because homeboy, I don't think homeboy can draw.
Mm-hmm.
So while you can teach good models and all that, what new models are you teaching to the world that you and I didn't learn when we were growing up? What your book now is the Bible for all children's book, is it? That you felt so important now this book has to come out now. So children cannot learn values and all that without your book? Bruh. Facts, and let me timestamp that. That's a TikTok video right there. Facts.
Facts.
Sometimes Junsen, I'm coming with a fire, bro.
Go
I'm on
ahead, man. Go
fire,
ahead,
bro.
man.
I'm like,
This one is your part, man.
this is like, yeah. Actually, I'm done. Like like straight up, man. It's like real or not?
No, the thing, yeah, for me is
What?
you have to focus now, lah. Now more than ever. This season more than ever, he needs to focus. I mean, is it because of? I mean, is his form at the moment because of him focusing on the book? There's too many focus.
That girlfriend thingy was
Girlfriend
one.
thingy, and
The
then
Euro whatever
yeah,
thingy
then
was
the
another
abuse that
excuse.
he was getting,
The
and then
abuse.
then that
Got
surgery
some
that he
followers
had.
there too. Sympathy
Yeah,
followers. Hello.
yeah. Then the what you call the surgery. Then by the time he come back, Oli is already on the way. I mean, on his way getting sacked.
Did he
Then
get COVID, bro? Did he get COVID? Can't remember.
no, he didn't.
It's
He
like
didn't. He
okay,
didn't.
okay, right. This is the form of
He
shit.
didn't.
Yeah,
His form was shit. So when he came back, because Ronaldo is back, Oli changed the team style of play. He couldn't get used to the style of play. He couldn't get into the groove, and
correct.
then
He really had no groove, man. Those
yep,
games.
and then with Ilanga emerging during Ralph's time, I mean, he got no space, and Sancho hitting form. So we have Ilanga and Sancho in front of him, and he, instead of working even harder to improve his form, wrote a book.
I just
He wrote a book about his autobiography or whatever. I'm still okay, You wrote a children's book.
See, that like actually you're right. If you wrote maybe something else or
Uh,
whatever, it could be like a
like
diary or
my
whatever.
way
But to
to
write,
the MBE or something like that, lah. Like
you know what
how
I'm
I had
saying?
saved the children or whatever.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
You
right.
wrote a
But then he
children's
came out with
book.
children book, so I
For
mean,
what?
maybe the I don't know whether the sales for the book go to charity or whatever it is. If it is good, but it just say if it's a normal thing and it's a bit of money and it's a bit of this and that, lah.
Mhm.
Some goes there, some goes to you. Then I'm not happy. Then I'm really not happy because I'm like bro, no one cares lah.
Yep. No one
No,
care.
nobody like
Uh,
actually
no, actually, the thing is,
bro, I
when you told me about the book, I went to read about the article. Actually, I got even more angrier. I mean, like I said just now, you
and
you already not on form.
I
Focus
put
on your football.
the tweet came out. I put a reply on my Twitter thing. I started getting one, two likes, and then suddenly that tweet went missing. I was like, what? I went back to his Twitter handle and saw he had pinned it. And I'm like, I'll just like, and which one of you is going to buy Rashford's book, lah? Honestly, children's book, really. And as a footballing guy, a guy who pays the money to watch the football and all that. Again, I say, if you want to criticize me for this, you can go right ahead. But my thing is, when you're releasing a children's book, like right now, you choose the timing now. Same like I'm not going to let it go. Same now how Rio Ferdinand was trying to sell NFTs on the day the team got hammered by Liverpool. Because he knows the day Manchester United is playing Liverpool is why when you get the most eyeballs. So that's the time he puts. So I always am thinking there's a back element and there's a money element to it because your football career is very short.
Mhm.
You're getting taxed and all that nonsense line. He's not on the highest career contract anyway. I'm glad to hear about Bruno getting 225 though. I said just give it, throw it in his face,
Mhm.
throw it in his car, give it to him right now.
5 years, huh?
5 years, let's go. I'm down. But with the Rashford thing, maybe he's not getting so much. So I always feel there's a back end, and people from a young people at Rashford with good background, good spine behind him to help
Eh,
him grow up. His
proper
family. I'm talking
education
about
and so
proper
on. Yeah.
education. They
Mhm.
would have told him, listen, your career will be short. You have a bigger career afterwards. And this is what I don't want now, lah. Because now you should be focusing on the football and not. I don't want to play in the Europa League next season, and I'm super worried of
The
this
thing
kind of
is,
thing. Will definitely anger me.
the
But the
thing
social
is,
media people will be saying
w-
it's good. Go
will
ahead.
we be even be playing in the Europa League is another question. Looking at looking at all the games that is coming, I'm just I don't know. I'm a bit nervous, lah. At the same
It's
time,
true, lah.
at the same time, in a way, I'm also glad that this is happening. In a way,
Why?
so whoever the new manager comes in, clean slate. All those players who is looking to find glory, immediate like short-term glory, they will leave. So leave, go. You Pogba want to go, go. If they say, for example, if like who else? If Ronaldo want to go, go. If Maguire want to go, go. We start clean again. We reset. Have a hard reset. Let the players feel it. You missed out everything. You screwed up. Let's start from the bottom. Then we
Man, I
build.
tell you, it seems almost inevitable, lah.
Yep.
I like the longer the more and more news that's coming out, the things that's coming out, I feel.
Mhm.
Hey, by the way, anyone got an issue with Rangnick going to the West Indies, Barbados, I have some jerk chicken and chilling out? I'm thinking,
For me, the
I
thing
don't know.
is,
How
I have no issues with Ralph simply because he got nothing to lose. He got nothing to prove. The thing
true though.
is, they don't. They, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be signing him on for the long term. He's going to end his 6 months. He's going to go into his consultancy role, and then he's going to ride into the sunset. That's it. He see this as just an opportunity to manage a really big team, at least for 6 months. Like the Ighalo or that, Odian Ighalo.
Hmm.
He said what? I would rather take a pay cut to play for Manchester United because it's Manchester United, man. I would do
True.
anything to play. You
It's
see,
hard to come in.
yeah, he came play for us for about a year. I'm pretty sure he's happy. He's like, you know what? I did it. I made it. I came and played for United. I may not be the best player, but I played for United. So for Ralph, it could be this as well. You know what? All my life, I've been managing decent team. I wouldn't say big team. This is the biggest in his career.
This what Matthew say in line with what you just said. What do you think of this?
The problem of not having a strict father teacher like figure manager in the club for the past few years, a very solid man management manager. The thing is, we did have a strict father teacher like figure in Van Gaal and Mourinho, I feel. But the thing is, the players are not responding or reciprocating the same thing to them. There is one or two bad eggs that cannot take this. And the thing is, if you want to have this strict father teacher like figure, or you want to say like the Ferguson like figure, those type of managers does not work in this modern era anymore. If you notice, the players they can't take a beating. I mean, verbal beating. You scream at them, oh, okay, I'm gonna talk to my agent. Gonna see what we can do after this. Oh, I am not feeling well. I'm depressed. I can't play already. This kind of shit you're gonna get. The thing is, then they're gonna vent it out again on social media. Then alleged leak or alleged report, insider report. All this shit will start coming out again. I mean, it's normal. So the thing is, we need a clean slate.
That's right.
Okay.
If these so now on that, right, these two new guys that they are talking about bringing in now are
Mhm,
now on the hot seat to be poached by other clubs. So okay, look, uh, after Ten Hag came about, and we were talking about issues like the his English. I really didn't want to entertain it because he's not my guy.
mhm,
My guy is still Luis Enrique or Carlo Ancelotti or even now a distant memory Thomas Tuchel. But I don't
mhm,
know whether it'll happen or not lah.
mhm,
These are my top. Luis Enrique is my number one. I feel he's at that age where he can stay with us for 10 years.
mhm,
I have South American connection. I think a lot of the players that are up and coming now, so a lot of them are South America. They might be cheaper. So let him identify a few kids who can come and play in the cold weather and get them.
mhm,
That's my number one thing. Number two, Carlo Ancelotti, because what we say in the previous spot. Guys, please go and check the previous spot.
mhm.
Hot fire over there. Carlo Ancelotti, don't want to repeat. You all know lah. Wikipedia page long, long. And then third choice is Thomas lah because he's proven and he seems to be doing well. I think he has the formula to beat Klopp. Really, the guys to beat Klopp and Pep, right? I think he has the formula for it, but not Ten Hag. So what I did, I went and checked and see what his English was like. And there are videos there that said, what is Ten Hag's English bad? Nonsense. It's very Ten Hag's English perfect during interviews in matches against Juventus and whatever. Bruh, if you go and watch the video, you I think the one who says English is good is the one who say like, oh he can speak what? Oh he he can sp- he can speak what? There he can speak English. What the reporters? What you think about Juventus and the team and how? Yeah, I think Juventus is a very strong team. They have they are playing is push forward to the ball and then bro, it's that whole media training. The whole look, guys. If some of you don't know, but to get your coaching badges, you have to do all the studies and all that. You have to prove you're good enough to get A, B, C, D, A plus, and super license, and then you have to go something called media training where they teach you how to talk. There are videos of this since the 1980s. Okay, this is all the media training answer, and it was rubbish. It is rubbish. I'm thinking if this is his level of English, if he's going to try and go on the pitch and try to explain to them something, it ain't going to work, bro. Wee woo, wee
It reminds
woo,
me of last
wee
time. There's this
woo,
one meme,
wee woo.
There's this one meme of
Oh,
the Barcelona team. They dub the voice. They show Victor Valdez, right, speaking to the PK, and then I think it was Mascherano. I don't know if you've seen that video. If I try to find it and send it to you. You pass here. You pass here. No, no, no. You there. You.
this
I,
real or joke? It
no,
was a
it's a joke.
real.
It's a joke. It's a
Oh,
meme.
they
It's a
were
meme.
joking.
They do the fake dubbing there, lah. I show
Oh,
you the
right,
video.
right, right, right. Like a comedy thingy. Right,
Yeah.
right, right. I got you. I got you. I thought it was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this back room already got issues with English.
Yep.
Firstly, they look, man. Firstly, the English people don't speak English. Okay, that's to start off with. Secondly, you got a manager who went for English lessons now to come and impress the stupid board, who are pretty much leaning towards him because he's going to come on the cheap and being recommended because he can build a foundation.
Hmm.
And after watching that interview, his English is rubbish. It's not good enough. He ain't going to teach you nobody nothing with that kind of English. Bro, this is a work in progress, man. It's not a manager who's going to. I feel like if this manager comes, he's not just going to be there to build. He is also going to need some building.
Yep. He
Goodness.
needs training himself.
We trouble, bro. we in deep doo doo.
Nah, nah,
I'm telling you,
but
I'm
again,
snapping it.
I'm not too worried about the English thingy. If you look at it like look at Pep when he came, his English wasn't great, but he managed to get the message across. So for me, it's all about the message lah, how he get it lah. He needs someone who can speak Dutch next to him lah. Maybe
No,
no.
no, dude. Pep's English was still better than Ten Hag. You go and see. I know. Pep English wasn't very good, but when Pep was playing, but with Barcelona playing all those Champions League
Mhm.
finals, semi-final finals, his English was good. Of course, when he
Yeah,
came to
because
England,
he was talking to what's the guy's name, Brian Robson.
he was fantastic. Pep's English
Bobby
is
Robson.
fantastic.
Bobby
Bobby,
Robson.
Bobby. Pep's
Brian
English is
pula.
fantastic. No, no, I disagree. You go and see this fella, man. It is look.
Yeah, I need
If
to
you
go and
trust
check it
my,
out, man.
yeah,
I need to go and check it out,
it's
man.
pretty bad. So I'm thinking, okay, now that's one issue there. And then now him and Pochettino, after these interviews, now there's news coming out that he's also going to be, other clubs are trying to talk to him. And I feel the clubs that are trying to talk to him are Dortmund, Bayern, Chelsea, and PSG. Chelsea, because if it's too much drama, Tuchel won't want to stay there. So,
Mhm.
the guy is German and all that, and the Russian club and all that, whatever. If somebody else comes with a decent club, a decent project, I think he's jumping straight away. Uh, Bayern and Dortmund, I think they always change managers and all that. With Haaland going away, maybe a new manager coming in might be the best for Dortmund to take them where they want to be.
Mhm.
Bayern for the reasons of changing, and PSG because it's going to take over there. I don't hear Zidane's name being thrown about, bandied about anywhere to take over.
Mhm.
And if they sack Pochettino and he goes away, then I think Ten Hag might be one of the guys to go there. You won't have to learn English now. You can go and learn French lah. Maybe he already knows how to speak French, so easy for him. And
Mhm.
again, the French league is rubbish lah. I mean, come on, man. I'm going to keep it real over here, bro. Keeping a buck 20, buck 25.
You go to PSG, it's like you're playing the cheat code with what you call FIFA. You
Ah,
get all the money and all the star players there, right?
and what they say, well, keep just pass it to Mbappe. Timothy was telling me, pass it to Mbappe, run, 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 and then shoot or something. So sometimes it seems Mbappe plays like that in real life. I'm like,
FIFA. PSG is the FIFA
FIFA is the
FIFA
FIFA
cheat code,
team.
man. FIFA cheat code.
So, it doesn't mean anything if you go there. There is only the Champions League. If you win it, you must reach a final every season. If not, it's nothing.
Mhm.
So it's worrisome. So with this going on, bro, what do you think like we should do now? Should we like quick everyone? I thought I was going to sign him by this week, signing him by next week, last week. Now it says it's going to take a few weeks for them to decide.
It's
What do you
been already
think?
5 months, man. It's been already 5. We spend more time trying to find a interim manager than finding the real manager. I don't know what are they doing. I mean, if you want to actually if you actually want to find a manager, we have to make up our mind soon already, because the thing is, it's already now end of March. It's going to be in April. We need to start making transfers, for the new manager. But if not, you get him come in around maybe June like that. Too late. How are we going to how are we going to allow him to build a team, and you're going to have another year in transition? I don't want that, man. I don't want to have
If
another year in
if we
transition.
don't make the UEFA league, then you're in transition lah. Bro,
Before.
are we also like what's up with all these pictures lah?
Okay, this one, okay. This style of picture you post on social media is okay because he had his first Swedish cap.
Made a debut.
That one's okay. You appearing in some events, that is not okay. You looking that you're really enjoying your events after the loss is not okay. That's just for me.
I know, man. Put a shirt on,
Yeah.
okay? No, no, not you. I'm telling them. I know I'm looking at you. Put a shirt on, boys. Goodness. I don't know. Good for him. Like, he made his debut, but put a goddamn shirt on. So I'm just looking and seeing if something came in. I thought it was some breaking news. It wasn't. It was nothing. Man, I'm not prepared to go for another. The year we get excited, I want to go and start a podcast. Is the year all the shit happens. Cup playing like shit. Not gonna make the league. Not gonna make the Champions League. Not gonna make anything.
Mhm.
Come here, Buta. Transfer also didn't buy Jack. Tell you, you know, I'm wondering like if these guys like Maguire, like they're talking about getting rid of. Now I'm off the cuff. Talking
Mhm.
about we're talking about sending dropping Harry Maguire go to other club. They say Harry Maguire is bought by Chelsea, then suddenly he plays super well there. Then how?
That's the thing.
In my opinion,
Because before he came here, City wanted him, right?
did they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
We were going against. I mean, going against, but we're going. What I call it, we're going head to head with City for Maguire.
Goodness. We suckered lah. We
We
suckered out and
suckered
bought
with
him.
Maguire. We suckered with Ronaldo.
They're talking about the young players that Ten Hag can come and bring up, like Elanga, even Rashford. They're calling a young player Sancho, and then they're throwing one Bisaka and all that in there. I don't see it lah. I don't
Mhm.
see it. I still feel in this team right now there needs to be somebody with credentials. See, if Pep was a nobody and he went to City, I don't think they'll be winning all these titles now, no matter how good he is, because some of the players wouldn't want to go there despite them paying top dollar. Why? City had the money, they bought Robinho and all that, they blew all their money to bits. Um, Only when they got Tevez, they managed to get something going on because Pep was there. Again, Spanish connections. Um, but I just can't help imagine that if he was a nobody and he went there, they wouldn't build a club. Even when Alex Ferguson came to us, he was a winning manager. You
With
know,
Aberdeen, yeah, he won the
yeah,
the Cup Winners' Cup.
yeah. And
Mhm.
with Van Gaal again out of touch, Jose Mourinho came,
Ho-
but the team,
he lost it already, lah. He doesn't have his magic
yeah,
anymore.
Magic not there. Oli came in, not really a
Proven,
winner.
yeah.
And now we got Ten Hag. Yeah, okay. They're saying, well, Ten Hag maybe like Alex Ferguson, give me a sec. Maybe like Alex
No,
Ferguson, he's won titles. He's won league titles, cup title,
and he brought the
thing, and then I'm
team to the
thinking
semi-finals of the
semi-finals.
Champions League.
So I'm thinking, okay, if that's the way you want to look at it, fine. But he's not English.
Mhm.
He doesn't know the English game. It will be a rude awakening for him, just like it was Rangnick. But Rangnick, I think, has more experience. No, a little bit wiser. But then in the end, his interviews with the English press, he needed to bring somebody in to come and help him to say certain words so they don't get played around and all that. Now Ten Hag gonna come in, is gonna be extra drama, man. Because if you were any other club, I don't care lah. Like if you're Chelsea, if you're Liverpool, if you're Arsenal, you're gonna do whatever you want. I'm
It-
Manchester United. I should be winning.
I think he's gonna start ending up like Van Gaal as well.
I feel-
What you talk? No, no. I show you. No, see. I show
Bring
you.
the
No, here.
We
Yeah.
are not long ball team. If we were a long ball team, we would not have 70% of possession. Yeah, I remember the interviews. He started off with something, and then towards the end, he brought that thing up. Yeah, I
Who you? Why you ask this kind of question? Why?
like. I'm thinking Ten Hag come to our club rebuilding with juniors. Except De Gea being at the back there, you're gonna need a midfielder, a defender is gonna come and need to get his lungs in.
Mhm.
Going to get a midfielder is going to be run road because the pace is going to kill him. And only the front four only, I think we are check up. I think Rashford,
Uh,
Sancho, Elanga, Ronaldo are check up.
talking about front force, did you see the rumor that we may go for Tammy Abraham
Oh, okay. Wow,
for
who
about
will lose
for
out? Huh?
100 million? No, I mean he's doing well in Roma. He just broke Batistuta's record, but I don't know lah. This fella he couldn't prove himself in the Premier League with Chelsea. I mean he's
You
doing
know,
it in Roma.
they're hoping it'll be like another Trippier, is it? That he went there, played, got his legs under him. Trippier is playing well. Like, sadly, he's injured now. I mean, man, if they want to bring, I'd rather have Thomas Tuchel as he won a few cups. Premier League. Actually, that's yeah. I said the Chelsea team into good. Yeah, I mean Thomas Tuchel. That's why he was the long shot.
Mhm.
If he's there, huh? If he's there, I mean, man. I mean, he's also another. He's also
I
another
don't mind. Yeah,
winner.
I don't mind Tuchel.
Yeah, maybe not as many titles. I mean, man, if Tuchel is the one. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what was I saying just now? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Hang on. Something fell. Sorry. Stupid
Okay.
chicha. I forgot what was I saying just now before this. Ten Hag, Ten
Ten
Hag.
Hag, Ten
I
Hag.
don't really
Yeah.
fancy Ten Hag. Paul, don't feel. Yeah, so with Ten Hag now, okay. He won a title already. Doesn't speak English. So if he comes here, I don't know how it's going to handle. The defender and the midfielder are going to have to get their legs under him.
Mhm.
Okay, they're going to need to get used to the pace, which I don't think they're going to be able to do in the first season unless you get some superstar. No way it'll happen, lah. I think cannot. Our team got too many egos right now. You know,
Rangnick tried to bring that whole, they call it heavy metal football. Well, players cannot cope. They ended up reverting back to the old formula.
Started, they went back to playing ballads,
Mhm.
crooners. They ended up playing
We
Engelbert
are
Humperdinck and
we are a
no
bad
Tom Jones.
we are rock apart lah.
Yeah, ain't happening here. So none of these. I don't know why the like some people are still want Pochettino, majority want Ten Hag, but I still see people being very honest and saying, "My guy is Luis Enrique and all that." I didn't take a list and write down who and who, but I'm glad I'm still hearing it because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one saying it.
Mhm.
I
For
feel these
me,
two guys are not my top just because I mean Ancelotti for sure, lah.
mhm. For
That's number
me,
one.
my top would be Ancelotti. Then I wouldn't mind taking Tuchel if he's available. Then third is Ten Hag. I don't see Pochettino. I see. I mean, he didn't do well in PSG, and you can see that PSG has so many egos, and we now have a lot of egos as well. No.
And Rangnick can hold the fort for a while until the World Cup and that
Mhm.
silly break that's going to happen in January, December, and whatever nonsense, February, all the way till February. He can hold the fort until then, until Enrique comes in. Like the club is trying to rush into it to get it done now before the World Cup break and all that, which is fine. Which
Mhm.
was sorry before the next season starts, and then the World Cup after that December, which is fine. But I think it also big thing dependent on which players are we gonna get.
Mhm.
Like, okay, the players who want to leave, you already know the five can leave. Let them go. I think Lingard, hopefully Maguire, Matic might stay for another year. Mata is gone.
Mata's gone.
Who's the other guy? Yeah?
Martial,
Marshall, I think probably go. So I didn't. There's one more. I didn't
Jones,
put him in the list. Who?
Bailly,
Bayi,
Jones,
Bayi,
Bailly. Yeah,
Bayi. Yeah. So
all these fellas are gonna go lah.
they're all going to go. Nabry and another fellow were just nominated as the juniors as being some of the best in Europe or whatever
Mhm.
it is lately. James Garner seems to be playing well looking at the highlights. So we want to save money, get all these fellas, let Ten
Bring
Hag
him
build
in.
with them, and then save their money so we don't bleed. But the thing is, the thing that Cloud Manchester United is that we shouldn't be saying we should be saving money.
Mhm.
By right, we should have all the goddamn money in the world, and our
And we do
our
have all the money in the world.
just that these guys are keep piling on the debt, and our debt's going to come to about 1 billion soon. So we shouldn't be talking about that. We should be
Nine
killing
hundred
it.
right? 900 million now, right?
It's from what I heard, it was 600, 500. The last time I see on the pod was 500 plus. That's the time I
Mm.
checked. But
Okay.
there are protests and all. They're saying in the future it's going to go up to 1 billion because of the money we're spending now and this and
Mm.
that and the cuts that's happening behind the scenes with the
And now they
shares
want
and all
to
that.
do the stadium as well.
They want to do the stadium sales. So that's going to
Mm.
be another leverage. Everything is leverage. So it's like generational money for these clowns. So we shouldn't be saving money. We should be throwing our money around like Madrid by
Mhm.
right. So if you
I
want,
mean,
just say we save.
technically we are buying all these players for ridiculous prices, mediocre players for ridiculous prices.
So for next soap, if you just say you want to save, I hate saying, then bring all these boys back.
Yep.
Let's see how you do your bloody rebuilding lah for 5 years. But I think Tana is going to come and get swallowed, man. I think guys
I
like
don't
Pep
know.
and all already planning to buy.
Yeah, I don't know lah. I don't know about. There were rumors that Ten Hag going to bring in some former United players with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw people putting polls out and all that. Who do you
yeah.
think you should bring in and all that? I'm
So the
like,
people like Van Nistelrooy, but apparently Van Nistelrooy is going to get he's being offered a position, right? I think it's PSV, yeah, PSV's coach, manager.
oh, okay.
I
Is
think Van Nistelrooy.
isn't he there now?
He's there.
Oh,
So I
he's
think
promoted. Main
either
team.
I think he's the reserve team coach or I know
That's nice.
he's being promoted lah.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they say they may bring people like when Percy maybe to come back, come into management, things like come into coaching and things like that. I mean, I don't mind Yapstam coming in. I don't mind as well. Mhm.
I think even same have putting it change you mean if he clears out? Okay, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, if he clears out, he has to work with juniors. I'm technically and all that. I'm not sure how smart he is. I think
Mhm.
Pep, Tuchel, and Klopp are smarter. The tactics and strategy and all that. Because this
They're,
homeboy
they're
is
they're
a
more
bit
in time.
out
Yeah,
of
they're more
date.
in time.
This
Yeah, they're
fellow
more in
more
time.
more in tune. But yeah, if we clear out, I just
In
feel
time, but
very
in tune.
lost. I just feel very lost now, just like everybody else. Because every time there is a game about to, every time there is a game, I don't know which team is going to turn up.
Yep.
I don't know whether the 3-2 Spurs team going to turn up or the nil-nil Watford going to turn up. I don't want to see the others turn up. I pray to God, you know. Leicester
I don't
4-2,
I don't want to
4-0
see
Wolves.
Bruno and Pogba playing up front again.
I just those are some real small little
Trying to
ticks.
be smart like we trying to be
Ah,
too smart like.
I don't want to see that. So anyway, I think that's about it. Pretty much covered all the major news that's going on. The rest is rubbish. Nobody really cares. The nitty gritty of it is we are already at a state where I think we got to be resigned to having a rebuild. However, Pochettino and Ten Hag are going to be poached if we don't act quick. Rashford writing a book, a children's book, is one of the biggest farce and jokes that I've ever heard in a long time. Nobody's going to buy the book and nobody's going to care about it. And of course, the team is absolutely tone deaf. Going out and enjoying themselves and being filmed and pictured in public when we are out of every other competition. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all give me a like and subscribe. You're on that million road, baby, and we'll see you when I see you next week.